Hey, how's it going, gamers? Flyzik here. Just getting home from work and figured I'd do a video on the updates for the new 4.3 updates. Some of the newest stuff we're seeing now is that Deathwing is going to be the actual raid boss for 4.3 and is supposed to be the final raid encounter that we encounter in Cataclysm. So they're also saying that there's going to be a couple multiple phases and we actually get to ride on Deathwing's back to bring him down in some of the phases. Also, there's 3 new instances, 5-man dungeons that are coming out as well. One of them is in the Caverns of Time. Back before at last year's Blizzcon, they were talking about War of the Ancients, so I'm a big fan of the War of the Ancients book and the lore behind Warcraft, so it'd be really cool to see how they're going to put that into a instance type environment. Also, with the 5-man dungeons back at last year's BlizzCon, they were showing Abyssal Maw. The Abyssal Maw, as of now, has been taken out of the game. They said it just really doesn't fit how everything in the game is going right now, so it makes sense to just take it out. Another cool thing that they've been talking about for a while that people have been asking for is the Transmogrifier. I think I said that right. He's supposed to be able to take your gear that you're wearing now and transform it to say you're wearing Tier 12 Warlock, and like me, you don't like how it looks, and you would like it to look like Tier 6 Warlock. Go ahead and transmogrify it. It's only a gold fee that you're going to have to pay, and it'll change the way your gear looks. You can do it with any pieces of your gear, as long as it is, say you're wearing cloth, you can't change it to look like, say, Paladin, Lightbringer set, or anything like that. You could do it with your weapons and stuff like that, so if there's a certain sword that you like more than another one, you could change your sword to look like that and still have this retain the same stats as the one you have now. Something they haven't validated yet with the armor set with the transmogrifying is if you need to own the armor set before you can actually transmogrify it into looking like that. As of now, they haven't specifically said, but there is the Void Storage, which is another new NPC in the same area, where you can take your old pieces of gear, if you have like an aesthetic type thing, or just sentimental value like Sulfurous or any of the other legendaries that you just want to keep. You can keep it there to limit, to take away from the bag space. The Void Storage they are also saying is going to hold 100 to 150 items, so that's a pretty good amount of gear that you can store in there if you want to get it later on or transmogrify yourself. Also, everything that you store in the Void Storage, you lose all gems and enchantments, so don't put anything in there that you're actually going to be using anytime soon. Also announced is the Raid Finder. It's going to work just like the Dungeon Finder. I don't know how I feel about that. It's going to take away from some guilds raiding, but it'll be good if, say, on your raid day you can't make it or something like that and you want to get in. I mean, some of us know how some of the puggers are in the Dungeon Finder as is. We know how some of the pugs are just generally on a server for raid content. I don't know how well it's going to go. I guess we'll see when it happens. There's going to be a lot of people who don't know what they're doing, and it's going to be really frustrating and probably cause a lot of repair bills to happen. Darkmoon Faire is also getting its own island, it looks like. So there's going to be a whole bunch of activities there, like Whack-A-Gnome, and it's pretty much all they've announced so far. So maybe this will mean Darkmoon Faire will go away from its little weekly thing that it has and constantly be there, so you'll be able to turn in your Darkmoon cards whenever. Alright, so I figured I'd end this off with a couple of the pictures of the Transmogrifier interface. As you can see here with the Transmogrify, you have your helmet, your shoulders, your back piece, your chest, waist, main hand, shield. Maybe you'll be able to do regular offhands as well. Hands, waist, pants, and boots. As you can see, the ones with the purple are the ones he's transmogrifying into. And as you can tell, he's wearing the Gloves of Raging Elements, and he's going to transmogrify them into the Earth Fury Gauntlets. With this second shot here, you can see it's still the Gloves of the Raging Elements, but it's transmogrified into the Earth Fury Gauntlets, as well as you can see his entire outlook of his gear is changed. So it's pretty awesome to see how everything is still exactly the same, but you just get a whole new outlook on your character. Alright, so with that, I'm going to leave you guys here to look at that. Subscribe, comment, throw your views at me. Tell me what you think. As soon as we get some more info on 4.3, I'll make another video for you guys. Thanks for watching as always. See you later.